Hey everyone, welcome to Zack Attack News Live. It is Tuesday, June 25th. And I'm super duper excited to talk to you about all the news topics that I have to talk to you about today. We have some DC stuff, we have some Marvel stuff, we have talk about the box office in terms of what Inside Out 2 is doing historically, and a bunch of other stuff I want to get into and talk about with you guys about different suggestions. I have a new segment to debut via Kenny Sparks, friend of the channel. So I'm super duper decided to just chill out, hang out with you guys, and also get through these topics. As always, I want to shout out my channel members. As always, on the producer tier, Kenny Sparks, I am 24P, Spoiler Kicks, and Net Blood Rose, Basic Moves, Screens and Reviews, Have You Seen T, 80s Kid from the 90s, and Collective Movie Man. Thank you all for supporting me at that level. Let's see what the guys have to say in the chat that jumped in a little early. Jay Pylon said, thumbs up in the comments. Appreciate you, Jay Pylon. Like he said, everyone gives this video a thumbs up if you can. Collector Movie Man said, hey, Zach, do articles about House of Dragon. So I'm not going to do House of Dragon because I stick to normally to movie stuff and movie-related stuff. So if I do a TV show, it's going to be about a show that's like a spinoff of a movie or may affect the movie, like a MCU show or a DC show or a show that might affect another movie. Like if they do end up doing a like Knuckles, if that was something I ended up watching, I would cover news about that because it affects the movies. But I'm not going to do House of Dragons because it doesn't tie into any movies. But I hope you're enjoying it. I know you love that stuff. Did you like the photo I sent you of the new movie stand? I haven't checked that out, but I'll check it out when I get off this live stream. I got 2 new Funko Pops of House of Dragon. One was kind of pricey, $34. I spent more because it was Target exclusive. So I was lucky I was able to get it at that price. My boy Damas, the streets have been waiting on this one. I appreciate you, man. Oh man, and we got Sully Streets. Zach, how we doing? Hopefully that Superman costume will look better in post, not flattering fit currently. We're going to be talking about that. We're breaking down the suit, what I think about it, all the inspirations, and how I feel about the fit, and how versus that initial look that we got as well. Ben Buster, what's up, man? How are you doing? How's everything going? It's been a while. Derpy, he said we have a new photo. It's very spoilers, so avoid it, Zach. Thank you so much for letting me know. I'm not going to cover anything that's spoilery. I'm only going to cover things that have been announced. Like if a character has been announced by the trades or James Gunn, I'm going to be covering that stuff. But anything that spoils the film, I'm going to personally try to stay away from, and I'm going to try not to cover on this channel. And have you seen with T? What's up? Salutations to you as well. If you are watching live, definitely drop in the comments down below how you're feeling. Vote also in the voting thing I have in the chat, and also let me know if you're eating anything or you're doing anything, any multitasking thing. It is I, Zombie Ken. One of my favorite channel members, one of my friends, one of my close friends in real life now, and the mod of the chat, so he'll kick you out. Kenny Sparks. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk about the first topic, and that is going to be talking about the set photo leaks from Superman, James Gunn Superman. I think he should add the James Gunn Superman on there to differentiate. Oh, I'm saying that word terribly. To make it seem different from the the Richard Donner Superman films. I don't know how to say that word. Differentiate, something like that. I'm messing it up. But right now it's called Superman, and I'm excited to see these set photos and break it down for you. So the first one here, and I got Zombie Ken here, is the first look that kind of went like wide and spread everywhere, and a lot of people was breaking it down and talking about it. For my initial thoughts and looking at it, I was like, this looks better than that first photo they sent us. That really AI, very, very edited photo where you just put in boots on. It had a weird Gallic gun beam in the background. Wasn't really a big fan of that photo and that initial reveal, but I actually like this a lot more. I think it gives a context how more of the suit will look in real time and kind of what they're going for. For me, this feels like this is going to be a suit made like homemade. Something that's going to be a little bit of homemade, a little bit of mixture of his Kryptonian heritage. Maybe this is the suit he wears that he makes himself, or maybe his mom makes him. And I can see that since this is going to be his second year as Superman. So this is not going to be like a fully established thing. So just like in the Batman with the Matt Reeves film, I think that's what they're going to be going for here. I love the colors. I think they pop really well. And I like his stance. He looks like Superman. I'll say that right off the bat. He does look like Superman. What I like that the reveal photos didn't show was like he has that classic S curl as you see there, and this suit and this look is mixed with so many different things. So he has the classic S curl. He has the new 52 design, so it has the collar for the new 52. It also has like the over design, I'll call it, with all the lining and stuff like that. And even with the where his hands are, it kind of comes to that triangle a little bit, just like in the new 52. It has the Kingdom Come S, which is really interesting to start with that S. That's something I thought he would like grow into if they were ever to do Kingdom Come. I'm not too big fan of that being the first S. I really wish he went one more classical looking S, but it still looks good in the photo. And yeah, he has the classic trunks and belt. A lot of people were wondering if he was going to go with the classical look in terms of the trunks and the belt. I've seen a lot of different discussions about, oh, it doesn't look great or it looks kind of cheesy. It's not, it's not cool. But I don't think that's what James Gunn is going for. I don't think James Gunn is going for cool. I think he's going for a more classic Superman look. And I can see all the inspirations that he has coming from this in terms of that look from the comics itself. He has it feels like a mixture of what they were doing Christopher Reeves Superman mixed with a bunch of comic elements. Another thing that was revealed is another superhero that I didn't expect to be seeing, but they brought up was Mr. Terrific, one of my favorite DC superheroes. And honestly, this is ripped straight out of the comics. I have no notes, no complaints about Mr. Terrific. I think this is a design that's the actor is gonna have to win people over. And as you see, I got this from DC Updates on Twitter. This exact picture, and I think Mr. Terrific is a character and a costume that has to win a lot of people in the movie. I think the actor has to have that swag in order to bring it to life. In these photos right here, he's not getting to do much, but he does look like the character and he does look great. I really like the fact that James Gunn is going with these comic book accurate suits. And I'll say that even though if you whatever you can say about the DCU, no matter what mess it was, their suit game was really strong all the time. I think that almost on a consistent basis, heroes and villains had really great costumes. You could think about, even though we didn't get much of him, Deathstroke looked amazing. They made Black Manta look amazing live action. I think that Wonder Woman looked amazing. There's a lot of different characters that look great. So that's a consistent thing that DC has done throughout the years with making the superhero and villain suits look great and comic accurate kind of. And I think he's continuing here, even going deeper into ripping it straight out from the comics. The next set photo I want to talk about is this picture, which I really like. Why I like this? Because this silhouette, this picture from him from behind, he looks very much like Superman here. He looks a lot like Superman here, and I really like this photo. I feel like without me knowing any context, if someone just showed me this photo, I would get excited because I'm like, that's Superman. The hair, the long cape, the way it just looks inspiring, and I like that he has the logo on the back. I really like that he has the logo on the back. Because a lot of the time Superman is moving really fast. They're not seeing his chest, but he's flying away. You see that logo on the back. It's supposed to inspire, and it just reminds me of a lot of his suits in the comics. And obviously, Mr. Terrific's here, and it has his name on the back as well. Terrific, the Fair Play jacket. I do wonder if they're going to tell his origin story here, or it will just be a quick introduction. Next set photo is not Superman at all. This is going to be some of the people who are classic Superman supporting cast characters, especially when it comes to the Daily Planet. So we got the first look at Michaela Hoover as Cat Grant. Michaela Hoover, if you're not familiar with her, because I wasn't familiar with her, was in Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, and she was Nova Prime's assistant. And she also voiced Floor the Rabbit in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So she's worked with James Gunn 3 times because she also played a character named Camila in the Suicide Squad. So this is an actress that James Gunn apparently trusts, and she's playing Cat Grant. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, she looks exactly like how the character should look, down to the blonde wig, down to the cleavage. The character is a character that is kind of sexual. She is a kind of a love interest to Clark Kent. She flirts with him a lot. He doesn't really reciprocate it that much. So I can see that happening in the movie and being fun, but also she becomes more of an important character where she's a gossip columnist, and then she eventually moves up and eventually takes over the Daily Planet. But speaking of running the Daily Planet, we also have. Oh, actually, no, we're not there yet. This is just his coworkers. So we got the first look at Christopher McDonald as Ron Troop. Ronald Troop is also another one that's been in the comics, been in TV shows, animated series over and over. Hard-nosed reporter who competes a lot with Lois, and is also cooped up with Cat Grant and the next person who's playing by Beck Bennett as Steve Lombard. Out of all these photos, obviously, I think Michaela looks great as Cat Grant, and I already see like it feels like it's nailing the feel. I think that Beck Bennett is nailing Steve Lombard in this little photo right here, right off the bat, right? Like, I think he looks great at the face he's making, the way he's rocking the mustache, even the arm movements. Steve Lombard is a character that's like this jock, cocky, charismatic. He's kind of a douchebag character, but like really like charismatic in a way where you like him. And he's obviously an antagonistic person to Clark and Lois and Jimmy Olsen. And speaking of those people, we got the first look at some of the most important side characters to Superman, Clark Kent, and that is Jimmy Olsen, played by, I think, Skylar Gizmodo. I believe that's how you say his last name. I'm messing this man name up. Let me see if I can find the correct the correct name. I believe it's Gizmodo or something like that. I know his first name is Skylar. Yeah, Gizondo. Gizondo is his name. We also have Wendell Pierce as Perry White, which I think he looks a lot like the Perry White character, even though he's not white. And I think that Rachel Brosnahan looks great as Lois Lane. Got the classic purple look. I could see him taking this character being directly inspired by the animated series. And I think that these three characters, plus the other three characters that I just showed, is heavily inspired by the animated series. I think James Gunn is just taking the best versions of every character that we have here and using them from whatever, either whether it's the comics, the animated series, a live action movie. He's just taking the best elements and throwing it in here, trying to make like a prime version of Superman, which I think is a really, really smart idea. We'll see what the story is like. We have some plot details when it comes to the story, but I think he's doing a really, really good job of maybe picking the most recognizable versions of the characters. Something that the DCU didn't do. They did like the off-cut shoots of characters, or like how a character was in a short period of time, and it kind of threw off a lot of people. Two more things I want to shout out when it comes to these set photos. I didn't put everything here, but this one, we got a look, and I love how dirty and grimy these look. The newspapers, obviously, the Daily Planet, and the Metropolis Eagle, which is also a competitive thing in terms of another competitive newspaper outlet with the Daily Planet. And I like that they're doing that because this movie is supposed to tackle his reporter life, his alien life, and his superhero life. And I think that showing that they're going to have another competing newspaper is really great, and it's going to see him like competing against somebody else. And maybe some of these characters are going to end up being on the Eagle, Metropolis Eagle. But you see here, it says Superman stops MTA rail, and there's been leaked photos of the close-ups of that. It's kind of grainy, but it has a real old school feel. And the reason I wanted to show this truck, it's really dusty and everything, and I love the dust on it. It makes it feel lived in. But down here, because a lot of people have been wondering, the film feels like set in like the 1970s or something, or like way back in the day, the way everything looks. But down here on the truck, you can see that it says you can contact us by print, online, or mobile app. So this is set in at least close to enough current day. At least close enough current day. It's going to be set more in current day. It's not going to be an old movie where the movie is set in the 70s or the 30s. It's current day now. What I think he's doing here, this is not, I have no confirmation on this, but from the Superman animated series, right? The Superman animated series had a Metropolis that had like two feelings of it. It felt old school in terms of the way the people are, the way they acted, but it was futuristic. Had floating cars and things like that. So I think he might be doing a mixture here, whereas a current day and has current technology, maybe even a little more futuristic. And I can see that's where Lex Luthor comes in. But the tone of the film and the tone of how everything is going to be set, feel like it's set late, like before in the past, in terms of how the people act. I think the most important set photo, though, The most important set photo and leak here so far is this one right here. The difference between Clark Kent and Superman. First of all, look at that smile. That is Superman right there. I'm not 100% sure on David Cornsweet's acting. I've only seen him twice, and he's done a good job. But I didn't see Superman in those parts. But I'm really excited to see him pull it off. I think James Gunn picked him for a reason. But the fact that they made sure his hair when he's Clark Kent looks so different. He has like that hair that a lot of the kids now have, like a lot of the white kids have, where it's like that fruffly thing going on and kind of hangs into your face. A lot of people online have been making fun of his look, which is perfect because Clark Kent is supposed to be goofy. He's supposed to be a nerd. He's supposed to be a geek. And that's why you don't know that he's the character on the right. And I can see people not realizing this guy is not the guy on the right. And you can even see him in his body language. Just see how tilted he looks in this small picture here as Clark Kent. But on the right, he's standing tall, straight with a big smile. I think he's doing a great job of separating two and showing that these are two different characters. There's a ton of other set photo leaks online right now. There's even a video of him walking through a crowd looking bumbly, which I think is a really great job, and that's going to differentiate the character. There's other characters that I don't really want to get into and spoil. Even looks like Lex Luthor. So if you Google Superman set photos, you'll see those things. But those are the ones I wanted to highlight a lot, and also bring up these pods here. That's going to be very, very interesting. And I think that these pods that we're seeing here is going to tie into what I was saying, where it's going to have this futuristic feel mixed in with the old school feel as well. So, guys, let me know in the comments down below how you feel about the first set photos of Superman, the first real look at it that's not photoshopped. What are your thoughts? I see some people say it looks cheap. I see some people that are really excited about the fact that stuff looks homemade in terms of his suit. Drop it in the comments down below if you're watching this afterwards. If you're live, stick around and let's talk. Oh boy, let me get to the comments. Currently editing a review for an interesting Netflix rom-com dropping this week. Oh, is that a family affair? I heard it was fun. I think he looks cool. Post-production will tell us what really expect. Exactly. I think post-production will change it. I do think that the colors will be muted a little bit, only because that original photo that they showed, his suit looked darker. So I don't think it's going to have this bright color, but I think they're starting off here on set and they're going to go in there and change it a little bit. I love the classic colors and look of the suit. I really like the classic colors. I'm not 100% on the look of the suit, but I think in post-production, they could fix it up. The only thing I don't like is the yellow S on the cape, but I'll survive. Really? Okay, I actually really like the yellow S on the cape. Kenny, why don't you like the yellow S? Let me know. I'm going to Quiet Place Day 1 on Thursday. Friday, I canceled my ticket for American Saga Part 1. Oh, wow. I'm shocked because you've been really excited about that film. Why did you cancel your ticket for it? Hey, the laser. What's up, man? How are you doing? Love the bright colors, but I still think the trunk should be left behind. I think for a second year Superman, I think for a Superman that is starting out, I think the trunks is fine. I think that his costume will evolve throughout the years. I don't think he will have the same costume, so I'm cool with him starting out with the classic trunk look and then evolving without the trunks. They can even make a joke about it and he loses it because he's going to be interacting with other superheroes. I can see a superhero making a joke and he's just like, okay, let me get rid of this. Because Superman is a little bit insecure, and I think that's something that James Gunn should tackle. I agree, Sully. The trunks could have stayed in the past. So yeah, I do think he should have the trunks to start out, and then as they go on, get rid of it. Hey, the laser hit 2,000 subscribers. That deserves well deserved, man. Congratulations, laser, on that. I like the trunks. I don't like the solid blue all the way down. Okay. Yeah. I think it has to be broken up a bit. And I think James Gunn does a good job of breaking up the suits a little bit. It does not one solid color throughout. And I think he's doing a good job so far with his DC stuff. His Marvel stuff is kind of messy. I don't really like the costumes of the Guardians that much. But I think with DC, he does a good job of breaking that stuff up. I don't want the solid blue doll looking thing. And I got my ticket for Long Legs today. I'm going to see it the day before it comes out July 11th. Nice. I'm super excited for it. I hate this effing mini fro. What? Why you hate the mini fro? What's wrong with the mini fro? What's wrong with the mini fro? Dude playing Mr. Terrific is really solid actor though. Definitely looking forward to his role. Yeah, me too. And I'm excited for him to get redemption in the superhero genre after they did him real dirty inside of X-Men's was it First Class, I believe, where he was playing Doran and they killed him, and even though he's not supposed to be able to die. Hey, the Lauren support. What's up, man? He said the logo of hope. Fire. Yeah, fire. The Mr. Terrific suit is great. It looks really great, and I think it's gonna look real great in like post and in action and in movement. I got that Whelm reference. Nice. I knew you would, 80s kid. I'm glad that you got the reference. Yo, facts, Lauren support. I need that Fair Play jacket. I want it so bad. He said beautiful. He said cleavage. Yeah, man. Jay's gonna be scared about that. Dude, hold up. That's Lois Lane. She does look great as Lois Lane. Did you get METV tunes in your area? They bring it back Saturday morning cartoons. Mine is not showing up yet. I keep checking the antenna. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. MTV tunes? Is that on MTV? I didn't know they were bringing back Saturday morning cartoons. That's great. We need that. We need some Saturday morning cartoons. The kids. Elizabeth Captain looks just like Elsbeth Captain looks just like Perry White. Elsbeth Captain? I'm guessing that's a character he used to play. I think is that what you're saying? Wendell Pierce? Did he play somebody named Elsbeth Catherine? I'm not sure what you're talking about there. I'm looking forward to this movie. Me too. Me too. I'm cautiously optimistic. Was there any leaked photos of what Supergirl looks like? Because I know she's supposed to be in the new Superman movie. Well, there's a rumor that she's supposed to be in the new Superman movie. That's not 100% confirmed. There has not been any leaked photos. They just started shooting the movie, so this looks like the first active set piece. And I forgot to talk about saying that it looks like they were either. It looks like Superman, Mr. Terrific got on a scene of already a disaster that happened, or this is like after a fight and they're trying to clean up. But there's nothing on Supergirl yet. Oh, Superman animated series was my jam. If that theme song was killer. Yes, I think that's one of the most underrated superhero shows ever because people don't really talk about it, but I love Superman animated series. I love it. Yep. That guy looks like Superman. Yeah, he looks like Superman, man. He looks just like him. Yeah, a lot of stuff leaked on Twitter yesterday. Yep. I hope too much. Sorry about that. I hope too much don't get leaked. Me too. Like I said, I'm going to keep away from the leaks. Only things that are announced that get shown on set, I'll cover. But things that are leaking, I want to stay away. I want to have some surprises. He is Superman. Yeah, there's a video of him on set doing the folded arms thing and looking up and talking to someone, and I was like, that's classic Superman. And I think they're gonna play into his cheese and his corny and make him very endearing. I think that's like Superman is dorky, but he's endearing in a great way. I remember people being silly and complaining that the corn sweat looks like Cavill. Well, Cavill looks like Reeves, who looks like Superman. Almost every Superman actor resembles each other in a way. Tom Welling, even Tyler Hoechlin, and the guy who played Superman and Lois and Clark. All of them kind of look alike because they all look like Superman. I love the logo on the Super K. Me too. Me too. I feel like I haven't seen a lot of marketing for Quiet Place Day One. I agree. I have not. It's not a lot of marketing. I know Lupita Nyong'o are making and Joseph Quinn are making the rounds on the market right now and doing the late night shows, but I don't know. Because it's sitting at a 48% on Rotten Tomato. Oh, the Horizon movie? Wow. I didn't expect that at all. Keep the trunks, man. It's Superman. Like I said, I don't think that they should keep it forever, but I do think they should start with the trunks. Did you see that Inside Out 2 has made $760 million in just 2 weeks of release? It's now past Thor Love and Thunder and is the fourth biggest Disney release of the decade. When we go to the segment called Attack of the Box Office, I will be talking about that and some of the other records it broke. It breaks the red. It breaks the red of the cape, which I always enjoyed it being straight red. I also don't think the logo needs to be on the front and the back, side to side. Okay, I feel you. I don't think everything needs to be solid. I don't know. I really just like the way the logo looks on the back of his cape. I think it does look a little small. Hopefully they make it bigger. But I think breaking up the suit a little bit makes it look more like clothes and then not like a weird super suit. I don't like the trunks. I like the S on the back of the cape. Yo, Mr. Terrific looks cool, man. He looks real cool. The mini fro looks stiff as hell. It looks like a bad Tyler Perry wig, which all Tyler Perry wigs look bad. I don't agree. I don't think it looks, it's not in motion. You know what I mean? We're watching a still photo. I don't think it looks stiff. And that's his hair. that's the actor's actual hair. That's pretty bad. He said his hair looks like a wig. He's always had like a mini fro in real life. I need those figures for Superman. Oh, that'd be nice. Tyler Perry wig in defense. Oh no. Oh, Elsbeth is a TV show. Oh, okay. I'm definitely going to check out Superman animated. I guess he means series. Yeah, the new one that's out right now, My Adventures of Superman, My Adventures with Superman, is really great. Season 2 is out. I gotta watch it, and it got renewed for season 3. I'm definitely going to check out that Superman animated show. That's the one on HBO Max that you've been talking about, Zach. Yeah, it's great. James Gunn is smart for starting production back in March and taking a few weeks off to transform Cleveland into Metropolis. 50s Metropolis with a hint of modern. Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's doing. 760 mil? Yeah, man. Worldwide. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so I got through the comments. Let me get into the next topic. If I can find it. Oh, man. So the next topic is a segment I haven't done in a while. Let's do it. Break gossip is when I talk about something that is not fully confirmed. It's a scoop. I'm hearing it online, but I think it's very intriguing. And I decided I wanted to talk about a little MCU news. If I can find it. Did I not upload it? Please tell me I uploaded it. All right, here we go. Okay, so there's some talk about the Fantastic Four in the MCU. And this is coming from Daniel RPK. He's a huge scooper. He scoops a lot of different newses. He's has gotten things right before. So that's why when he scoops stuff, I kind of talk about it a little bit. But this is not a full spoiler, so I'm excited about that as well. Daniel RPK is reporting that along with the Galactus, who's been cast, and Shala Bal, who is a version of Silver Surfer, who's also been cast, the film will reportedly feature multiple villains from the comics in small roles. The outlet specifically cites that the idea is for a number of villains to appear in the first act, the heroes protecting Earth of various threats before more elaborate off-world adventures ensue. I think this is very interesting. There's been a lot of rumored things about the script in terms of the Fantastic Four will be in an alternate universe set in like the 70s or like the 30s or something like that, like an old school time, have that feel that the Fantastic Four had in the comics. And then they're going to go into a space adventure that takes them into our universe. So it'll be a multiverse story that'll bring them here. And that's why they haven't been in the MCU the whole time, or the main MCU the whole time. So I wanted to talk about who could be some of the villains that reportedly are rumored to be in here. And I came up with like 3 villains that I think could possibly be in, like, facing off against the Fantastic Four that are cool, that are known Fantastic Four villains, but not their main villains that are going to be like a big problem that we don't see them again. So the first one I have is Magic, or Wizard. Despite his name, Wizard doesn't actually have any magical ability to speak of. Rather, he's a technological genius who used his gadgets for stage magic before he turned to a life of crime. He fancies himself a rival to the Fantastic Four, so much so that he created his own evil version. He reminds me of... He reminds me of Mysterio, Spider-Man, a little bit in terms of that performer that uses the science to act like he's a magician. But I think that a possibility for the character to come to life here. And if he's his own version of the Fantastic Four, the dynamic that off right at the beginning show like their version fight and the Fantastic Four and how they would beat that. I think that would be really cool. And just something that you can knock off and never have to do again, or you can bring them up again because it looks like a multiverse story. So this could be this version, and then when they get to the 616, or I guess with a 616, then we get that version. Who knows? But I think that would be a really cool in the tuck villain that the Fantastic Four has. Another one is a classic Fantastic Four villain, and that's Mole Man. Mole Man was the first supervillain the Fantastic Four ever fought, so that'll be great to see them fight him in the MCU for the first time. And he has remained one of their most iconic villains since. Mole Man doesn't have any superpowers of his own, aside from heightened senses and skill with his staff. His true strength lies in the ability to marshal kaiju-like monsters to his side. So, like I said, Mole Man is one of those ongoing classic Fantastic Four villains that they fight over and over. And I think it would be really, really cool to see him debut in the MCU in the first movie for their first fight. He is their first villain, so it would make the most sense. He's kind of a jokey villain after a while. He kind of could get dangerous, but I can see a first fight of them fighting Mole Man in kaijus to start out that movie be really cool. And so I think that Mole Man would be really, really great. And my next pick is kind of a long shot, a little bit of a long shot, but I think would be really cool since it's going to be set in another multiverse. But I think Namor. I think Namor is a Fantastic Four villain / partner / antagonist. He's been a lot of different things. He leans on so many different sides that deal his way. He's kind of like Loki in terms of what he does. But in the Golden Age of comics, Namor was one of the first superhero Marvels ever created, and some credit him as the first anti-hero. Despite this, Namor has frequently clashed with the Fantastic Four as an occasional villain, though he usually swayed to the side of good by his love for his people and Susan Storm, which would be really, really cool to introduce. I know I really like Huerta Tenoch's portrayal as a character in the MCU in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So they could do maybe a more classic version of the character in the Fantastic Four movie in this, since this would be a multiverse, and do one that looks more and acts like the classic version of the character, which I think would be really, really dope. But yeah, so those are three characters that I think could be used, if this rumor is true, as villains to just start the movie off, and could be a hit wink to comic book fans, and can be really, really fun to introduce this new Fantastic Four. Let me know in the comments down below, if you're watching this afterwards, how you feel. Who are some characters that you would like to see be in the film, or do you feel like the two villains that we have are enough? Drop all those comments down below, and stay tuned if you're live. What's the gossip? Oh, the MCU. The stream that I usually check out Mondays, they were supposed to go live, but they had storm and weather canceled. Oh, damn, that sucks. Way too many villains. 60s. Yeah, the 60s froze. Hey, what's up, Michael? 101591. He said your stream is breaking up. Damn. That happens sometimes. You're freezing. I don't mind it. Similar to Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman, we've seen their origin story before. They don't have a lot of great villains. Galactus the Maker, Doctor Doom, Silver Surfer for 48 hours. I wouldn't say they don't have a lot of great ones. I think that they just need to get consistent comics. They do have a lot of great villains. They just don't get a lot of shine. He said they have villains, but I'm saying great villains. I hear you. Mole Man would be a good start. Seeing a multiverse of Namor would be really cool. I'm a big fan of MCU Namor. Yeah, I'm a big fan of MCU Namor. So I wouldn't want them to get rid of him, but to get like a classical Namor in the multiverse, that would be also pretty cool. Okay, I'm sorry about my stuff freezing. I don't know what happened. But let's move on to the next topic. Getting back into some DC news, and John Stewart, Hal Jordan is a go. We have officially got the notice that the Green Lanterns TV show is a go at HBO. This is via Hollywood Reporter. It says HBO is long last signing up with the Green Lantern Corps. The premium cable outlet has given a straight to series order for Lanterns based on the long-running Green Lantern characters, specifically John Stewart and Hal Jordan from DC Comics. Chris Mundy of Ozark, and I've talked about this before when I brought up them, having these writers and showrunners coming together. But Chris Mundy, who served as showrunner on Ozark, will serve as showrunner on the 8-episode drama and co-write the series with Damian Lindelof, who wrote Watchmen, Lost, and The Leftovers, which are 3 shows that are divisive and great at the same time. And Eisner Award winner Tom King, which is a comic book writer, which I love that they're going to have the comic book writers coming in and helping with the shows, known for his work on several Batman titles, Mr. Miracle, Superman, Woman of Tomorrow for DC Comics. The series will follow Hal Jordan and John Stewart, two members of the Green Lantern Corps on intergalactic team charged with defending a specific realm of the cosmos from evil through the use of rings that bestow an array of superhuman powers. Per the logline, new recruit Stewart and Lantern legend Jordan. So it looks like Jordan's going to be an established Lantern already that's been doing this for a while, and John Stewart will be a new recruit. That's a very interesting way to go about this. Are two intergalactic cops drawn into dark Earth-based mystery as they investigate a murder in the American heartland. So I find that very interesting. We're gonna have this intergalactic story, these characters, but they're gonna still find their way to Earth. I think that the person that will be murdered, maybe in the American heartland, it means like this looks like the mystery is gonna be set in like the middle of America. It's probably going to be like one of the first Green Lanterns. I forgot what his name is right now. Let's see if I can look that up actually. Superman. Oh no. Green Lantern characters. There's like a specific one that I'm thinking about. Not Kilowog, but it might be Salek. There's a Green Lantern who dies to give Hal Jordan his ring. Or they could switch it over to John Stewart, since John Stewart is going to be a new one. I can see that all tying in together, which I think would be really, really great. But I'm really, really excited for the show. It's been burning for a long time in terms of creation. It was supposed to come out back in like 2022. It had a Greg Berlanti, who did the Arrowverse, was attached to produce it. They had a writer who wrote multiple seasons for the show. And unfortunately, it got scrapped when they decided to have this changeover. This is before James Gunn came in, so they scrapped everything before James Gunn came in. And then he was handed it like, okay, like we have all this stuff, figure it out and add it to your DC universe. And now he's found a way to plug it in and brought these really talented writers and showrunners on to do it. How do you guys feel about the Green Lantern show, the synopsis, the creative team behind it, and who are some people you feel like could be cast as Hal Jordan and John Stewart, which I think would be really, really important. This seems like it's going to be like a buddy cop mystery, which makes sense because one of the writers on this show worked on True Blood, which is a buddy cop mystery detective show. So it mixes in with this. So drop all your comments down below. Let me know. And if you're live, stay tuned. I was a DC kid growing up, though I did like Marvel, Spidey, F4, and X-Men. Yeah, I'm DC and Marvel. I love both equally. I'd cast Denzel Washington as John Stewart or Jonathan Boyega. I don't see Denzel Washington doing it. I think he could do a great job, and I think that it would be great for him because it wouldn't be too physical. But the problem is that I just don't see him doing something like this. Trevante Rhodes, Moonlight, and Glenn Powell will be perfect. Oh my God, yes. I think that'll be a perfect pairing for the both of those roles, especially Glenn Powell. Trevante Rhodes is actually a good actor, despite him being in the worst movie of the year. But Glenn Powell said he's not doing any superhero stuff. So I don't think he's going to be in this, but it would be he would kill it as Hal Jordan. Let's see. Yeah, they would high five. I don't love that it's set on Earth, to be honest. The characters who spend most of their time in space should not be Earthbound. I agree. I think that is kind of weird that they're going to be solving a mystery on Earth instead of solving a mystery of somewhere else. But I kind of get it because it's a TV show and they probably don't want to spend too much money on making the space stuff for a TV show. But it's going to be 8 episodes, so I don't think the whole show will probably be on Earth, but we'll see. I like that it's 8 episodes, knowing Warner Brothers often deliver hour-long episodes. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 45 minutes to an hour. They are labeling it an HBO original and not a Max series, so I'm thinking this might be airing on HBO and then going to Max afterwards. So I think they're going to put the money in it, and it's going to be an hour long. Maybe it has something to do with an attack. I can see that. I could do something with an attack. I feel like there's going to be a central mystery in there that's pulled from the comics, and I'm not super familiar with a bunch of Green Lantern comics, but there's a lot of comics that's set with mystery involved. So I could definitely see that happen. I'm excited to check it out. So I actually have a new segment that I'm going to be debuting. It's kind of new. It's something that I was doing as edited video. Instead, I'm going to be doing it on live stream now, and this is going to be called So this is called Attacking Zach, and Attacking Zach is when I'm going to be dropping a community tab, uh, like question on my community tab, and you guys are going to be able to ask me questions, and I'll answer them on live. And I have a couple questions that I have to answer still. I have the first 2 episodes, I think, edited on my channel. So if you want to go check that out, you can definitely go check that out edited. But I'm going to start doing them live stream and seeing how it goes. If you like them, let me know. If you don't, I will stop. But the first question comes from Kenny Sparks. He said, "Great fit, Zach. Here's your question. Other than Joker, Lex Luthor, or General Zod, which DC villain would you want to see the most?" So thank you, Kenny Sparks, who's in this right now. He asked me this question, and it took me a little while. So what I try to do with this one, I try to think of villains that could possibly show up in the new DCU with the announced projects that are already happening. So let me see. The first one that I have that I think is a DC villain that hasn't been in live action yet in terms of film. He's been in animated, he's been in the Arrowverse, but has not been in film, and that is Vandal Savage. Vandal Savage is most DC comic supervillains usually get one honest attempt at contesting against a superhero. While they might reciprocate their original ambience of dread, might not be substantial. That is certainly not the case with Vandal Savage. First appearing in Green Lantern number 10, composed by Alfred B. Bester and Martin Odell in 1943, Savage was a Cro-Magnon era warrior who gained immortality after finding a mysterious asteroid. For 50,000 years, Savage would battle many DC heroes, and each encounter would always leave massive destruction in its wake. With them doing an Earth-based story with the Green Lantern, and that's why I wanted to start with him first. The Green Lantern Corps show, with him debuting in the Green Lantern's comics, I think Vandal Savage could make his debut inside the Green Lantern show, and why it could be Earth-based. And I think it would be an interesting foil for the Green Lanterns, who usually deal with more powerful people. But someone that is strong physically, but is more manipulative, could be a great villain for a television show. Vandal Savage is a big enough name that I think it could work really, really well. And it's somebody we have not seen live action. And I think an actor could really chew into a role like this because he's a character that is often portrayed as regal. So I think that Vandal Savage is a character I would really like. Even if it's not in the Green Lantern show, I could see him matching up with a bunch of different villains or being someone that orchestrates stuff in the background really, really well. Another villain I would like, and this is a Superman villain, Parasite. I think this is a character that I fell in love with because of the Superman animated series, and I think is a very good foil for the Man of Steel. For an idol like Superman, it's critical for his villains to be believable threats because the Man of Steel has few weaknesses. His rogue gallery must be a cut beyond the standard supervillain if they want to stand a chance. The earliest Parasite was created by Jim Shooter for Action Comics 340. Whether Parasite is presented as a miserable man or a heartless demon, his ability to absorb energy and knowledge with a mere touch makes him one of Superman's most dangerous opponents. I really like the idea of Parasite and what they can do with this character. There's a lot of deep things they could do with him, whether they make him become a villain because of an experiment by accident or alien substance, be portrayed as like a vampire, which would be really, really cool if they did that, or just someone that if he touches you, takes your power. I think this is a character that could expose Superman in a way that maybe he got too cocky, maybe he felt too safe. Probably won't be a villain in this particular movie if we don't know exactly who the main villain is. They said it's Lex Luthor, but Lex Luthor always has a sub-villain that he uses. But someone that can go toe-to-toe with Superman and bring his power level down so he can feel mortal danger. They could do a lot of creepy, cool stuff with Parasite, and I think it's a villain that we need to see. The next up is Man-Bat, one of my favorite underrated Batman villains that is not used enough. Man-Bat is Dr. Kirk Langstrom, a zoologist specializing in chiropractology. I don't know how to say that. Develops an extract to give humans a bat acute sonar sense and test the formula on himself. The extract works, but it has a horrible side effect. It transforms him into a monstrous human-bat hybrid creature. This side effect makes him so distraught that it temporarily affects his sanity. He goes on a mad rampage until Batman finds a way to reverse the effects. Langstrom takes the concoction again, and Batman returns. He also coaxes his wife, Francine Langstrom, into drinking the serum and goes through the same transformation, becoming the She-Bat. Together, they terrorize Gotham until Batman once again restores them to normal. So I think that would be really, really cool to see Man Bat. Specifically, why I'm picking this character, because I think that with Robert Pattinson, Matt Reeves Batman being so dwelling into, what's the word I want to say, into the realistic, it's more grounded, it's more realistic. I think to match that, I think that the Batman Brave and the Bold and the characters and the villains that they do here need to be more fantastical. I would love Man Bat. I would love Clayface. I would love Mr. Freeze. I would love Poison Ivy. I would love some of these more of these villains that Batman has that are more fantastical. And I think that Man Bat will be a great villain because we could get to a point where, the way this movie is being described is that this Batman has been a Batman for a while, and he could finally won the favor of the police department, of the general people of Gotham City, and then Mad Bat comes in and starts wrecking shop, and people think it's Batman, and I can see that really being a cool dynamic, and they could do a lot of different things with this character. The episode of the Batman animated series specifically, I really, really enjoyed with this character and how they pulled it off. And then later on, they did She-Bat as well. I think they could pull inspiration from the horror elements from that. If you're watching this after, drop me in the comments down below. Let me know how you feel about the suggestions. If you want to participate in Attacking Zach and be a part of the live stream and do that, be on the lookout for a community post. I'm going to be dropping it every Thursday. So you guys can drop questions for me to answer on live, and I can really just break down things and delve deep into it. So that is episode 3 of Attacking Zach. I'm super, super excited to continue the series. Let's see what you guys have to say in the live chat. Do you have any recommendations for classic Superman comics? Are you just asking me this in general? Was it attacking sack thing? Superman comics that I could come off the top of my head is Superman Seasons, Superman American Alien. I think you can do Superman Birthright. I could do Superman Unchained. What else can you do? There's a lot of Superman comics. Classic Superman comics. Let me see if I could pull up any that I remember. All-Star Superman, definitely. Read Superman Kingdom Come, because the logo for Superman is based in this movie is based on that, so you can kind of get a background of what that is. If you haven't read Superman, Death to Superman, that's really great. Action Comics Brainiac, when they eventually introduce Brainiac. Superman for all the seasons, what it's called. It's really, really good. And right now, I think those are a couple ones that I think you could definitely check out. I hope that Jon Stewart is given his past as an architect as well as a military man. I think that's really, really important for Jon Stewart to have his past as an architect and as a military man, because it ties into why he makes his structures and why his structures are usually stronger than Hal Jordan's. Like Hal Jordan has more creative structures because he's a pilot and he has to be creative, but Jon Stewart is more rigid. He's not as creative as Hal Jordan. And that would be a really great way to distinct them. Each Green Lantern has to have a reason why they're there, other than their personalities. Like their power sets need to be distinctive. So yeah, I agree with that. Yay, Attacking Zach. I've been waiting for this. Appreciate that. Good question. Gracias. Vandal Savage, that's a good pool. Dude is like an immortal Lex. Yeah, he's like an immortal Lex. A little worse because he actually has physical strength and can beat some people's asses. But yeah, Vandal Savage will be great. Vandal Savage is a great choice. My choice is Red Lantern. Red Lantern, I feel like a Red Lantern is definitely coming with the Green Lanterns here. Yes, to Parasite. Yep, Parasite is great. My second choice, Major Force. Yeah, Major Force would be really, really good. That's a very underrated one. The Green Lantern show being in the middle of America worries me because that's exactly what they did for the first Thor movie, and they basically stripped him of all his powers for 2 hours. I hope that's not what they're going to try to do, is make Hal and Jon Stewart like regular detectives who's looking for their powers. I would hate that. I think that would be really, really trash. But let's see. Let's see how they pull it off. We don't know what the budget for the episode is going to be. Hopefully it's 10 million, 8 million, 5 million, whatever they got to do to get it right. Love Parasite. Nice. Well, isn't that also Area 51? Yeah, you can also do Area 51. Oh, you mean talking about Middle America? Yes, that's where Area 51 is. So it could tie into that. We could get into how they're treating aliens. I like that. Parasite's a great choice. I'd love to see Metallo as well. Yeah, I would love to see them. Well, I would love to see them both in the same movie. I think Metallo Parasite combo in one movie would be a really great challenge for Superman. Hey Zach, I want to tell you tomorrow I'm going to be filming a video. Everything I picked up for the month of June. Nice. Oh, Metallo, yes. And that will be posted on Thursday or Friday. Kirk Langstrom, yes, please bring back the Fantastical for Batman movies. Yes. The villain I really want to see is Batman's Clayface. I think Clayface could be a wonderful villain for Batman. Well done on this segment, my friend. Thank you. Zach, do you have any suggestions for Green Lantern comics? I should get ready for the Green Lantern show. That I'm not super familiar with a lot of Green Lantern comics. I read a lot of. I read some like a couple years ago, but I don't think those are the one. Sinestro Corpse War. I definitely know that's something you want to check out. The Green Lantern Green Arrow run was really, really fun. I think that's something you want to check out. The Blackest Night is one of the most classic Green Lantern comics. I think you should definitely check out. If you want a good starting off point for Green Lantern Rebirth. It's a really, really good comic. For that, Secret Origin is also another one if you want a really good, like, delving deep into it. And then one that has a couple of the new Lanterns is Green Lantern's Rage Planet. I think is really, really good. Those are the couple I could think off the top of my head right now and when I'm looking at this. All right. Let's see. So let's get into the next segment. Oh, I just realized I didn't have my next segment loaded up. Bear with me, guys, as I find the things that I should have been finding. Okay, here we go. I knew I was missing something. You know when you're like, I'm missing something. What is it? This is what I was missing. Bear with me, guys. I'm so sorry. All right. I have everything loaded now. I apologize about the delay. He said Green Lantern Book 1, Book 4 comics of Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns is one of the best Green Lantern writers ever. Maybe the best. So anything Jeff Johns wrote, definitely check him out. Even though he's a bit of an a-hole. There's so many Superman comics, but only a few titles have caught my eye. Yeah, it's you know, it's gonna be crazy. It's a lot of Superman comics. But before we get into the next thing, one of my favorite segments I do here, ask how you guys are doing. And 44% of you guys said fantastic like the 4, 22% said super like Clark Kent, 16% said well like Robin, and 16% said having a one bad day like the Joker. Oh God, I hope it's not as bad as the Joker. He said, I got an issue of Superman 78. It was okay. I want a real good Superman book. I got you. Yeah, Jeff Johns ain't someone I want to have coffee with. Yeah. He caused a lot of that DCU drama we have. So let's get into the next topic. So it's buy, rent, or sale, where we watch multiple trailers. Today we have 3 big trailers that came out recently, and we're going to say if we want to buy, rent, or sale. Buy meaning that you're going to go to the theaters, you're going to watch it on streaming as soon as it comes out. Rent means like, I'm going to wait till it gets on streaming or be able to rent it. And sell means I'm selling it. I'm not watching this bad boy. Get it out my face. So we're going to check these out together, and you guys are going to let me know if you buy, rent, or sell these trailers. Let me know. The first trailer we're going to watch is a movie that has been long gestated. It's starring Chris Evans and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and it's been pushed a couple times. So I'm interested to see what it's about. They had a picture of it come out last year when what's his face? Chris Evans won Sexy Man of the Year. But we haven't really heard much about this since then. So this is called Red One, a new action comedy starring Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans. Let's see what's about.
$497, $498, $499, $500.
Let's go heavy.
J.K. Simmons in this?
Go on, brush your shoulders off.
What the heck?
What is on the move?
Wait,
Evening, ladies.
is this on
What are you so
Santa?
excited about? Of course, your boyfriend's here. Okay.
What? I did not realize this was going to be
Who's
about
with Red?
Santa.
Reach! Someone took Nick.
Someone took Nick.
We're gonna find him.
I'm bringing in Jack O'Malley. He's probably the best tracker in the world.
Oh, there's so many good actors in this.
The guy's a legend.
Jack O'Malley? That is hilarious.
What am I doing here?
Last night, Red One, also known as St. Nicholas of Myra, was abducted from the North Pole complex.
Are you saying Santa Claus has been kidnapped?
Garcia?
What's going on?
You can't trust this guy. He's on the list.
You don't mean
Yes, that list. NL4. Are you telling
The
me
naughty
this clown
list.
is a level 4 naughty lister?
a level 4 naughty lister?
Oh, is that funny to you?
Hey, you're gonna help us find Nick.
What is happening?
Come on, let's go. Grab a car. For what?
You don't have a Wonder Woman action figure, do you?
It's not how it works. Come on. There is much in here that is not of the natural world.
Who's that?
Krampus. What are they doing?
Krampus.
They're playing crayfish slop.
I think if you don't need me here, I might just go back to the car.
We need to prepare for the possibility of no Christmas.
No Christmas.
There's worse ways to go out than trying to save Santa Claus.
Is that a kaiju?
We got snowmen!
That was so disturbing.
Oh my god. Uh-oh.
Interesting.
My turn! Oh my
Oh,
god. Is my face still there?
Yeah, you look good.
Is my face still here? November 15th? Yo, this looks so stupid, but so good at the same time. I love it. Yo, I did not expect that to be like that at all. I'm buying. It looks so stupid. I am down. I love the Santa stuff. I like the dynamic between James Johnson and Chris Evans. I never thought we would see something so wild like that. Santa Claus getting kidnapped and then his helpers coming to get him, but it's like super realistic and actiony. Whoever thought of this, good job. I'm down. It looks like a good time. This is either gonna be the worst movie of the year. Well, it's not gonna be the worst movie. One of the worst movie years, or it's gonna be really good. It's not gonna be the best movie of the year, but it could be really good. I'm excited for this. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about Red One if you're watching this afterwards. Let me see what the live chat got to say. I'm having the one bad day. I'm finna crash out. Oh God, don't crash out on nobody, man. Did you see no Nosferatu trailer? That is actually going to be the main event of this buy, rent, or sale. The captains of captains. Is that Sally Field? I think so. What the heck? Yes. Krampus. Let's go. I dig it. It's hilarious. All right, I'm looking forward to Red One. Me too. Kenny Sparks says rent. That's fair. Delon Movies. What's up, man? How are you doing? 80s Kid said bye, bye, bye. It's a bye for me. Collector Movie said rent. I got here in the middle of the trailer. What did I just see? I was saying that the whole time I was watching it. It looks fun, man. It looks insane. It's an original concept. I like it. It's my type of comedy. Like I like stupid comedies. Yeah, it looks like a really stupid, fun action comedy. It looks fun. Did I see Lucy Liu? If so, I'm definitely in. Yeah, that was Lucy Liu. If there's nothing else to see that week, then I'll go see it. But for right now, I'm renting. That's fair. That's totally fair. I might end up happening to me as well because if there's a bigger film coming out that weekend, I'm probably gonna go check that out first. But the next trailer is a new A24 film because A24 can't stop dropping movies. It's called Heretic. I think this is starring Ewan McGregor. Am I saying his name wrong? I don't know what's going on. But yeah, this is my trailer reaction to Heretic.
Hi, good afternoon, ma'am. Are you interested
I have no idea
in
what it's
learning
about.
about our Savior, Jesus Christ?
Oh,
Hi.
is this a religious horror
My
movie?
name is Sister Barnes, and oh my gosh. Are you
Oh,
interested
that's
in learning more
oh, I
about
know
the
this
Church of Jesus
actress
Christ?
is.
Come on in.
We can't come inside unless another woman is present.
My wife is home. Does that count?
Great.
You like pie?
Yeah.
My wife has pie.
Why didn't you check to see if
I
the
can
wife
tell
was
that
there
you
first?
are a very spiritually curious person.
I think it is good to be religious, to find your faith in a doctrine you actually believe.
Wrong actor.
Well,
That's
our
the Ewan
work here
McGregor.
is done.
This is Hugh Grant.
I will go and check on the pie.
So sleep, silent angel.
What does it say? Former Roman blueberry pie. What? What? What's happening? What happened? Oh, you can't get out? What the heck is going on?
Through this. You're crazy.
What the heck? Huh?
We just
Whoa.
need to go home.
I won't keep you if you wish to leave. But I want you to choose which door to go through based on your faith.
What?
What does this have to do with us leaving?
Everything.
Whoa. This is trippy.
I think that we're being studied.
It will make your hearts beat faster. It may even make you want to die.
Yo, Hugh Grant is perfect for this.
Do not be afraid. You will witness a miracle.
What, is it a maze? Yeah. I was wondering what the blocks were. What? Okay, I'm down. I'm down. This looks very, very interesting. I've never seen, I feel like we've seen stuff kind of like this, but it looks so different from most movies that we've seen. Hugh Grant is great. I forgot what the actress name that was there. What was this called? Heretic? 2024 film. Let me see. Yeah, Hugh Grant, Sophie Thatcher was the girl with the dark hair. She's in this. But yeah, first of all, why did they not check for the wife to make sure that the wife was there first? And also, Jesus, this is creepy. It's the tone they set was great and it looks unique, and it didn't show too much in this trailer. I don't know what the if there's gonna be a monster in this kind of weird thing going on, but Hugh Grant is a perfect villain. He's very charismatic. He also always exudes his assholeness in real life, so he's gonna be perfect for that, like charming assholeness, and that's what he's gonna be doing in this movie. Yeah, I'm down. I'm excited. Let me know in the comments down below if you're watching this reaction after. If you're gonna buy this movie, you're gonna go to the theaters to check it out. If you're going to rent it and wait for it to go on streaming, or you're like, this is not, I'm not interested in this at all. I'm personally buying it. Let me see what the live chat has to say. I didn't know Santa had his own super team. Me neither, but it makes sense. Watch the trailer for this film called Dee Dee. It looks interesting. So I actually watched the trailer for the film Dee Dee maybe two live streams ago. So I watched that trailer already. Something ain't right. Yeah, I can already feel it. Not checking for the wife is crazy work. Facts. I'd be like, oh, can she come to the door? Like, I'm not trusting you just off word. Crazy? Yeah, was definitely the right word. I love A24 turning typically jolly actors into villains. Yes, they get to stretch their acting muscles and do different things. I think horror is perfect for that. They also have the Brandy movie called The Room, which I'm not reacting to now because I saw it already. I saw the trailer already, which is similar to that. He said, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's crazy. What the? Candy's like, bye. These kids not having a good time. He said, looks good, but can't help but think it would be even creepier with Jeremy. Oh, Jeremy Irons would make this creepier. He's just old enough looking that he can make this creepier. Pass for 80s Kid. Buy for Collective Movie Man. Hey Zach, did you see my message from the beginning? I got my ticket. Oh yeah. I talked about that. I read Diddy as Diddy, and I was like, hey yo, yeah, no Diddy here. Dell, Jeremy Irons would be perfect. Yeah, he would be perfect. I think Hugh Grant is great. I think he's gonna kill it, but Jeremy Irons would be perfect in that role. Okay, let's talk about the main event now. And that is Nosferatu. I have not seen this trailer yet. I'm probably going to see it in the trailer. I'm probably going to see the trailer when I go see this movie on Friday. But I haven't seen the trailer at all yet. I'm excited. I've been excited for this movie for a while. Lily Rose Depp is in this, and I really liked her from The Idol. And I'm excited to see where her career goes. And Bill Skarsgård is also being playing the villain, the vampire itself. So I'm excited. It's gonna be my trailer reaction to the Nosferatu official teaser trailer.
Come to me. Come to me.
This tone already.
Hey, Michael. Come to me.
Oh. Robert Eggers, man. He's 3 for 3 for me. Let's see if he's 4 for 4.
My dreams grow darker. Does evil come from within us?
Oh, look at his tone.
Or from beyond?
Hey, Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe's in it. I'm watching. That's the GOAT right there. He was great in The Northman. Hey, look, Lex Luthor. Another vampire movie. Oh, God.
It is coming.
Oh, Craven the Hunter.
Coming to us.
Wait, who's that? Oh, God. Is he eating a rat? What was that?
He's coming.
Who is coming to my child?
Whoa. You're not going to show him?
We are here encountering the vampire.
Ooh. I love how this looks like black and white.
Nosferatu.
I'm down. Right? Christmas? But what? What are you talking about? Christmas? You want me to watch a vampire movie on Christmas? You crazy? Yeah, it looks great. I love the tone. I love the sepia look when it's like in his dungeon house thing, because it makes it look old school black and white. Because obviously, you know, there's a Nosferatu film from back in the day that set the vampire, you know, like the wave, and this is like a remake of that. And I love that that's set like in this black and white look, but it's not black and white. I love the cast so far. I think Lily Rose Depp looks like she's gonna do an amazing job. She reminds me a lot of Mia Goth in terms of her presence on screen, and she looks great in this. I'm really, really excited. I'm really excited to see Alexander. Is it Alexander Skarsgård? I think it's Alexander Skarsgård or Bill Skarsgård. Hold on, Nosferatu. Who's playing Nosferatu? Is it It's Bill Skarsgård. Yeah, so Bill Skarsgård. So Bill Skarsgård having a big year. He has 3 films. He had Boys Kill World, which obviously didn't do good. He has The Crow coming out soon, which I don't think is going to do good. And then he has this, which is probably going to do less. But yeah, this movie looks great. I can't wait for a full trailer. I can't wait to see how Nosferatu looks. Let me know in the comments down below if you're excited for this. Are you a Robert Eggers fan? Are you a fan of the cast? Are you a fan of the subject matter? Are you a fan of vampires? Because we don't get a lot of vampire movies anymore. Drop those comments down below and let me know. And if you're live, stay tuned. We're going to keep talking, keep chatting. Actually, let me drop you a new poll, as I always do at the end of this segment. Best trailer. All right, this one feels like it's a little closer than normal. Nosferatu. I probably spelled Nosferatu wrong. Apologize for that. And then what was the other one? Heretic. Start poll. Let me see what you guys got saying. Hey, Malcolm, aka Mr. Awesome. What's up, man? Welcome to the live stream. How you doing, man? Hey, Zach, Hugh Grant is the perfect villain. I'm going to see that. Nice. Yeah, Hugh Grant is great. He was great in Dungeons and Dragons as a villain too. I saw it Friday when I go see Bike Riders. Nice. Yeah, I didn't go see Bike Riders this weekend, so I did not see it. Absolutely. I'm glad I didn't because I got to watch it with you guys. Absolutely not. Get out of here, girl. Bye, bye, bye. Big Willem style. Big Willem style. Love it. Collective Movement said bye. Kenny Stark says bye, bye, bye. AIDS Kid said, damn, that's scary. He said, I plead the blood of Jesus. Bye. Christmas about to go crazy. That's a fact. Hopefully I get to see this before Christmas, but yeah. I might take off the Thursday and go see it that Thursday, Christmas Eve. Yeah, it comes out Christmas Day. I probably should go check it out on Christmas Eve so I can spend Christmas. Is Christmas on when is Christmas this how do I change the months on this? When is Christmas this year? It's a Thursday? Oh, that's weird. No, so May 25th is Christmas, right? That's our 20. Yeah, 25th. So it's a Wednesday. It's coming out on a Wednesday. Interesting. So yeah, I might take that Tuesday off because I'm gonna have the Monday off anyway. No way people are gonna see a vampire movie on Christmas. Halloween would have been a better choice. I agree. I do think Christmas is a weird time for this movie to come out. I can see it moving, but we'll see. I really want to see the 40s Nosferatu now that the one is see the 40s Nosferatu. That one that's in black and white. Me too. I want to go check it out. Them Skarsgårds are some creepy gent. Yeah, man. Freaking the same Skarsgård was It the Clown, and he was creepy in that. And he's reprising his role as It the Clown inside of the HBO Max show. Creepy, man. Red one. Okay. Let's see. I'm split on Eggers. Love The Witch, hated The Lighthouse, excited for this. Gotcha. So I really like I love all three of his films. Love The Witch in varying degrees. So like I love The Witch, love The Northman, and I love The Lighthouse. I love all three of those films. I think Lighthouse might be my favorite, then Northman, then Witch. Oh, Zach, rumor has it that they may be getting the trailer to Superman sooner than later. My prediction is that Superman trailer will debut in front of Deadpool and Wolverine. I said that on someone else's live stream, and they were like, no, it's too soon. I think with all these leaks coming out, I think they're going to drop a trailer in front of Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't need another trailer for this. I really don't either. Like you said, same. But, you know, I'm a YouTuber. I'll check it out. How did this not get an October release? I don't understand. This should definitely be October release. I don't even know what's coming out in this year, October. Is it Q&A time yet? Not yet. We're not yet. Ace Kid, thank you. Thank you, Kitty, for telling him. Warning, Oju Nosferatu is silent from 1922. No, that's fine. I did not like The Witch. I did not like Lighthouse, but I liked Northman. That's fair. I don't think The Witch or The Lighthouse would be movies that you would be into. I forgot about The Northman. Really liked it. So he's 2 for 3 for me. Superman will steal the show. Might be better off check out Bram Stoker's Dracula. True. Okay, let's get into our next segment. Attack of the Box Office, where we break down the box office of this past weekend. Really excited to talk to you about all the revelations that are going on. And the first big one, is making history. Inside Out 2, the number one movie in 2 weeks in a row with a phenomenal 34% drop. So when I was talking about this movie last week, I was talking about how it might drop 45%, maybe 50% is the highest. It would be 60% would even be good with how high it went, but it dropped immediately, 34% drop, and made $101 million domestic. Incredible. This is the 7th highest second weekend in history, surpassing Barbie from last year by like $10 million. And now it's at $355 million domestic. It surpasses Super Mario Brothers second weekend as well, because I think that movie dropped like 45-50%. And Mario Brothers made $1 billion. So I think that this movie's on its way. It's already made $760 million in 2 weeks. And I think that this movie is going to climb and might end up being competing with Deadpool and Wolverine as the highest grossing movie of the year. I don't really see any other movies coming out this year that's going to compete with these two. But the way this movie has a long stretch of a run where it can continue to do well, especially with Quiet Place Day One not getting the backing that it deserves, and I have words about that. I think this movie is going to make a lot of money going on forward, because even if it drops 50% next week, right? And it might not, it might drop 40%. That's still 50 to 60 million more dollars domestic, which would be insane. Now push it over $800 million. And it couldn't happen to a better movie. This movie is so great. I have my review on my channel. I'm so happy for Inside Out 2. Before I get into the rest of the top 10 and the narratives bleeding out from that, do you guys have anything you want to say about Inside Out 2? Are you happy for the film for doing so well? And what do you think about this historic weekend that the film has had? Love Northman. Yep. Oh, I always forget about this segment. Sweet Fancy Moses. That's a lot of cheddar. Sweet Fancy Moses. That's a lot of cheddar. Yes, it is. Speaking of Green Lantern, which actor you see playing Howland? Someone, Kenny Sparks brought up, he said Glenn Powell and Javante Rhodes, and I think those are really two strong ones. I think I can see John Boyega. A lot of people have fan casted him as Green Lantern as well. I can see him getting Chris Pratt as Hal Jordan as well. Either Hal Jordan or he's going to play Booster Gold. Wicked also releases year 2, and Moana 2. So those are two movies that definitely have opportunity. Also, the Lion King movie also has a chance, but we'll see. Happy for Inside Out 2, but still haven't seen it. Definitely check it out if you like the first. If you didn't like the first one, you're probably not going to like this one. It's kind of more of the same, but a little, yeah, it's probably more of the same, but I really loved it. So let's get into the rest of the top 10. Number 2 is Bad Boys Ride or Die, keeping that number 2 spot, dropping 44%, making $18 million. This movie has made the money that it needs to make. Everything else is going to be a bonus. They're slowly going to start pulling it out of theaters. I can see this hitting the rental in the next couple weeks, but it did really well, and I'm really, really happy for it. I think this is his 3rd or 4th weekend. Yeah, I think it's his 3rd or 4th weekend. And yeah, Bad Boys Ride or Die, man. They're already in the talks of doing Bad Boys 5. Will Smith already signed up for his next project. This has done a really great job for not only the director, but the actors, and everyone involved in this are probably going to be seeing in other projects. Bike Riders was one of the new movies, one of the 3 new movies that came out this weekend, or actually one of the 5 new movies that came out this past weekend. Ended up at the number 3 spot, getting a 9.6 million, bringing in the box office with a B cinema score. Why that's important? It was projected to do 10 to 15. When I did my box office tracker last week in terms of like how it was going to do, I said that it was probably not going to do that amount. Because I was like, yeah, nobody was really talking about this movie. And as you can see with the B cinema score, people have been divisive about the film. I've seen people say it's mediocre. I've seen people say it's fantastic. I've seen some people say it's just good. B cinema score is not great for drama. You really want an A. You really don't want, and if you're not a horror film, you want anything. You want an A- it up. You don't really want a B. It doesn't make it feel like it's going to have return viewing. It doesn't have super strong word of mouth. So this movie is probably going to end up being a flop because I think the budget was like 30 million. It's definitely not making that back. Coming at number 4 is Planet of the Apes. That's Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, made 3.8 million. This movie is slowly coming out of the box office. They're pulling it from theaters. It's making anything it makes is just a little bit extra cheddar. It's already on digital for you to be able to rent, and a couple of weeks it probably will be on streaming. But I love the film, and I'm happy that it's doing well, and people are still going to see it, and amazingly still in the top 5. I want to say, like, if you look at all these box office below number 3, this is not really good. Used to be back in the day, the top 10 would all be 10 million or more. The fact that number 4 is 3.8 million is not a great sign for the box office, despite Bad Boys and Inside Out 2 doing really well. You would think the other movies would do well. Garfield slowly being pulled out of the theater as well. It's done really, really well internationally and domestically, 3.6 million this week. This movie is going to get a second one, but probably will find a way to freshen up the story. If continues to drop hard, the difference between Garfield and If is that Garfield was cheaper to make. I think it was 40 million to make, while if it was 100 million. So this movie kind of just broke even. It hasn't even broke even. It just made its budget, but it hasn't made it's made its scheduling budget, but it hasn't made the advertisement. The Exorcism, another one of the new movies that came out with Russell Crowe. Not the sequel to the Pope Exorcism, but another Exorcist film where he plays an actor that plays an exorcist. Only brought in 2.4 million. This movie, unfortunately, is going to end up being a flop because the budget was 22 million. There wasn't a lot of advertisement for the film. There wasn't a lot of talk about the film, and I think a lot of people confused why Russell Crowe was in another Exorcist film after the Pope Exorcist. So I think a lot of people ended up skipping it. Thelma, the little movie that could, made 2.3 million. I couldn't find a definitive budget for this film, but from what I saw, Thelma budget was under $1 million. So this is really good. The movie is doing really good for itself. I'm happy that it made the top 10. I haven't gotten to see the film, but everyone that I know that I trust saw it and said it was great. So I can't wait to check it out. So I'm happy for that film. The Watchers, on the other hand, at number 9, dropped really fast out of the top 5, 1.9 million. This is not, obviously his daughter, M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, Ashana Night Shyamalan, will continue to make movies because she's being backed by her father, but hopefully she finds a better writer. This movie is really performing poor for a horror film because a lot of horror films this year have been doing really, really well, and Watchers is not on that level. And obviously The Exorcism is not doing well, but a lot of people didn't know what that movie was about. And then in the top 10, The Ghost Right Here, Right Now, never even heard of this film. When I was looking up the top 10 box office, I was like, what the heck is this? Made it in the top 10. I don't know how. I don't know what this movie's about. I don't know who went to go see it. Did anybody go see it? Let me know. But yeah, got it to the top 10. And with that there, I wanted to talk about like some things that are missing out of the top 10, especially with a movie like that being in there. And that is dropping out of the top 10 is The Fall Guy, right? Fall Guy is one of the top 10 grossing movies of the year. Even with that, it's still kind of box office wise not doing great. It's doing well on digital, so I think it's going to end up making his money back after all during digital, but it sucks that it just didn't do it well in the box office. Furiosa completely out of the top 10 already, which makes me very, very sad. And unfortunately, this movie is a huge failure in terms of box office. I don't think creatively it's a failure. Thought it was a great film, but yeah, it's just out of the top 10 already. Couldn't even make $1 million to get in there. Strangers Chapter 1 is already out, but this movie made all the money that it needed to make. So Strangers Chapter 2 hopefully can grab momentum. Hopefully it's better because a lot of people talked about this one's trash. I might watch that movie tonight. I'm not sure. I want to watch a movie tonight. We'll see. Never making it into the top 10 was I Saw the TV Glow, A24 horror, drama, weird, alt kind of film that I saw. The film particularly wasn't for me, but a lot of people love the film, but they didn't go check it out in theaters, unfortunately. And Kinds of Kindness had a limited release. It did really well for the limited release, almost making $1 million in limited release, but not making enough to get into the top 10. Let's move quickly into the iTunes top 10, and that is Furiosa. I was just talking about that. Is doing really, really well on iTunes in rental. It's the #1 film on there, with Ghostbusters still in the top 10. This movie's been here for a long time. They threw it on digital really fast, and it looks like it's fully on discount now. You can rent it for $6 and buy it for $10, and it jumped up from like $7 to $2. If is doing well on digital as well, $20 rental, $25 you can buy it for. Godzilla X Kong has been in the top 5 the whole time it's been there, and now you can rent it, so it's moving on up. 50 Shades Darker for some reason climbed up. I think it's on sale, and that's why. That's very, very interesting. The Ministry of Ungenerated Warfare is also another film that's been in the top 10 the whole time. I think this movie was meant for people to watch at home. I don't think people were really interested in seeing it on in the theater. But yeah, it's doing well streaming. 50 Shades Free is also in the top 10, which is crazy. So it looks like maybe all the 50 Shades movie, The Boy and the Heron, it's not even able to rent. You can buy it. Hits in that number 8. I'm going to be really interested to track this week to week and see how people like this movie. Because for me, it was boring as hell. But I'm going to wonder and see if it gains a new life on digital, because it didn't do good at the box office. Civil War drops out of the top 5 and gets to number 10. I think it's going to be hitting streaming soon on Max. So I think a lot of people know that. And John Wick Chapter 4. You could stream this, but for some reason people decided to rent it. And it's the number 10 film during rental. Let me know in the comments down below. How do you guys feel about all the box office, all the narratives coming out from the box office, and the films that are missing out of the top 10 and the films that are being rented in the top 10? Let me know in the comments down below. Actually, I have a poll going up. Let me come on this poll. Let me see what you guys say. Best trailer, Nosferatu, 62%. I had a feeling. Heretic, 125, and Red One was 12. I think 3 really good trailers, but yeah, Nosferatu was strong. Let's see what you guys got to say. Oh, I forgot Sweet Fancy. Do you think Sony and Marvel are running their course with their shared universe? No, I don't think so, because Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 did amazing. And what else? Thor: Love and Thunder, despite the reviews, did really, really well. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness almost made $1 billion. No Way Home did great. So it just depends on the project. I think they just need to not flood the market and fine-tune each project. Joker 2 comes out the first week in October, and October 11th is Terrifier 3, and October 18th is Smile 2, and the very last week of the month is Venom. I think that's why it's not an October film. Joker 2 is going to dominate that month, and then Terrifier 3 will have an audience, small audience, but an audience. Smile 2 will have one too, and Venom 3 is definitely going to have one. So I can see why Nosferatu decided to stay away from that month. It probably could have dropped when Terrifier 3 dropped, because I don't think too many people are going to go see that. It doesn't have a huge budget, so we'll see. I really like Bike Riders. I thought it was really good. I did not know it was based on a true story. It's my number 5 film of my top 10 movies of the year so far. Nice. Hey, I'm eating Cheetos. Nice. I absolutely love Thelma. That's dope. It's in my top 10 movies of the year. Wow. I definitely got to check that out. My mom really enjoyed Thelma. Nice. Never heard of number 10. I never heard of number 10 either. I don't know what that is. Hey Zach, what website do you use to go check out cinema scores? Oh, I just Google it. I just Google what the movie is and the cinema score, and Google usually tells you. I just saw The Fall Guy. Really enjoyed it. Nice. I'm glad. Did you rent it or did you pirate it? I don't know if you're ready to watch that movie I was suggesting. I don't know if you're ready. Oh, you talking about The Incredibles? Probably. The Boy on That Crack Cocaine. Oh no. Do they give out numbers on how much movies make on demand? Yeah, they do. If that's something you guys want me to add, I can do the research and find that out for you guys. Let me know. I'm so happy for Inside Out 2. Me too. Has anyone watched my 2 News video yet? I have not watched them yet, but I definitely will check them out. Okay, let's get into the last topic of the night, and then I'm going to hit the Q&A. Where's my graphic? Okay, we're going to be talking about what the movies are coming out this weekend. And we have 3 new movies that are going to be a highlight. A Quiet Place, Day 1, is going to be dropping this Friday, probably the biggest movie dropping this Friday. And strangely enough, for some reason, it does not have a lot of promotion. Not a lot of people are talking about it. The box office tracking is running a little low. And I do think it's weird that the first Quiet Place film that is starring a black lead is not and has another black actor in it. There are 2 really great actors are not getting a lot of promotion. It makes me kind of sad. It also be part that Emily Blunt and John Krasinski is not in it, and people want to see Quiet Place because of those actors and not really just the universe itself. But we'll see. I'm definitely gonna go see it. I really like the first 2 Quiet Places. I hope this one does well. Horizon American Saga will also be debuting part 1 this Friday. The Kevin Costner film. I haven't seen the reviews, but based on what Collective Movie Man is saying, it has a 48% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is not great. I wasn't excited for this film, and I wasn't going to check it out because I wasn't really interested in seeing the Pilgrims as the protagonists in a film about them taking over America and killing Native Americans. That's not my jam. And that's what the trailer gave off. And Daddy-O, which is a film that I'm really interested in, starring Dakota Johnson and Sean Penn. She gets into an Uber. They get into a long conversation. It's one of those one location dramas where you're talking about life and revealing more and more about the person. I'm really excited to check it out. I got a free screening of it for on this Sunday, I think. Or was it this past Sunday? It might have been this past Sunday. I might have missed it. I don't remember. But I definitely want to go check it out. I'm a fan of Dakota Johnson. I know she was not great in Madam Web, but she's really great in other films that I've seen her in. So yeah, those are the weekend highlights. That's what's coming out this week on in theaters. And then hold on. Once again, I forgot to pull up stuff. Here we go. My bad, guys. I'm slipping a little bit. I'm slipping a little bit on my continuities. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. So what's coming out on digital? What you could, if you don't want to go to the theaters, you want to check on digital. Furiosa, as you saw, was the #1 film on streaming. You can go buy and check that out. And the estimated date for this to hit Max is in August. So if you want to wait for the stream, Boy and the Heron, also estimated to hit August/September for Max. But you also can check it out now if you didn't get the chance to go to the theaters. And it'll be English and Japanese. I watched it in Japanese in the theaters, but the English voice cast is strong as hell. Ezra, which is a film that came out a couple weeks ago, actually, is available to rent now for $25. It's predicted to go on Paramount Plus in October. The First Slam Dunk, which is a film that it says 2022, but officially came out in 2023. You could buy it for $11.99. It's on sale for $5. They don't know when this movie is going to be getting on streaming, but yeah, you can definitely check it out. If you've seen the anime, you love this movie. Chris Stuckman said it was his favorite movie of 2023. So I'm really excited to check it out. Summer Camp will also be hitting streaming after being in theaters for like 2 weeks. We'll be hitting October on Hulu. If you want to rent it now, you can for pretty cheap for $7. Cabrini, which is Angel Studios' new thing. If you're Angel Studios Guild member, you can stream it now. I didn't even know that they had a streaming site, but you could buy it if you're not for $20. I Am Celine Dion is available now on Prime Video, no extra costs. Monkey Man is available on Peacock, but you also can rent it. Godzilla X Kong is available to rent for cheaper at $6, and it's gonna be in July when it gets to Max. The Long Game also gonna be able to rent, and I believe that's it for all the rentals. All right, that was the last segment of the night. This is now the Q&A time. Ask me questions until you have no more questions, and then I'll sign off. Yeah, that would be awesome. Are you talking about the numbers? Let me know. I'm not sure. If I tell you how I watched the Fall Guy, I'll have to unalive you. Okay. So I know what that means. Har, Jack Sparrow. I got a lot of talk about the physical media. Oh yeah, I'm not doing the physical media anymore. Unfortunately, not a lot of people are interested in it. It's Star Wars time. Oh yeah. See you later. I forgot about that. I'm probably gonna sign off now because I know a lot of you guys are gonna jump off and watch The Acolyte. Or I forgot about that movie. I have to look for that one. Daddy-o. How are you in your depths of your soul after your break? I'm good. I'm good after the break. It was needed. I needed to not go. I thought I was gonna take care of some things over the weekend, but unfortunately I did not. I kind of just rested, laid down, doom scrolled on the phone. I caught up on some anime. I'm all caught up on My Hero Academia. I'm all caught up on My Hero Academia and what's the other thing? Demon Slayer. I'm all caught up on that, so I'm happy for that. I want to watch Gen V before I watch The Boys because I know that there's some characters from Gen V going to be in The Boys. I'm going to try to catch up on Acolyte. I am trying to finish a show on HBO Max that I really, really like called Scavenger's Reign. Well, it's on Netflix as well. They picked it up after HBO Max sold it off. So definitely check out Scavenger's Reign on Netflix. I'm hoping to get season 2 on Netflix. But yeah, watching a lot of shows, watching movies. I did a watch along yesterday on Luke Ponto's channel. That was interesting. Where's the yeah? So unfortunately, I noticed that when I do the physical media talk, a lot of people drop off. So not a lot of people were interested in the physical media talk, unfortunately. So I'm kind of taking that out of the breakdown. What's coming next? But we can talk about it separate, as always. Yeah, the numbers. I'll look into that. I'll see if I can find how much the movies are making on digital. I'll have to look into that and see if I can find that information. Are you hyped about Beverly Hills Cop Axel F? Yeah, I kind of am hype about the movie. I grew up on Beverly Hills Cop, especially 1 and 2. So I'm excited to see what the new one is. I'm hopefully it's better than Coming to America. I finished Demon Slayer season 3 this weekend, caught up with Kaiju 8, and started One Piece. So I'm not gonna even touch One Piece. It's just too much to do that. I do want to watch Kaiju number 8. I heard good things about that. Demon Slayer season 3. Yeah, that's the one that's out right now. Yeah, man, so good, so good. I'm keeping HBO Max until the end of December. After December, I'm getting rid of it. Okay. Oh yeah, because that's around when House of Dragon will end. What movies from the past weekend are you most interested in catching up with? I want to check out Bike Riders. Definitely want to check out Bike Riders. What else came out this weekend? Hold on, I have a website that tells me this. Not March. Changed the month to June. What came out this weekend? What weekend was this? This wasn't the 11th, right? Friday. Was it Friday the 14th? No, that was Inside Out 2. So, Thelma, I definitely want to check out. I almost forgot about that. Oh, I Used to Be Funny. I want to check out. That came out this Friday, starring one of my favorite actresses. So, Bike Riders, I Used to Be Funny, Kinds of Kindness, Janet Planet. That's an A24 film. Fancy Dance, which is going to be on, I think it's going to be on Apple TV Plus this Friday or the following Friday. So I'll check it out there. Humanist Vampire Seeking Consenting Suicidal Person. I want to see it. It sounds like a movie that I would like. It's a dark comedy. It says Asha is a young vampire with a serious problem. She's too sensitive to kill. When her exasperated parents cut her off from blood supply, Sasha's life is in jeopardy. Luckily, she meets Paul, a lonely teenager with suicidal tendencies who's willing to give his life to save hers. But their friendly agreement soon becomes a nocturnal quest to fulfill Paul's last wishes before day's break. Sounds like an interesting film. Sounds like a unique film that I would love and might be in my top 10 of the year because of how weird it is. So that's a film that I definitely want to catch up on. Hopefully I get a chance to see it. I don't know if I'm going to get to see it in theaters though. But yeah, those are the films from this past weekend I want to see. Nah, the new one, but The Swordsman's Village. Oh, okay. Gotcha. The one before. I think you like Thelma a lot. I have a feeling I will. Rumor has that James Gunn already cast a new Batman for his universe. I wouldn't be surprised if he cast a new Batman and he's just waiting for these other movies to happen first so he doesn't distract anything. Because he has a lot of characters coming out before that Batman. So he probably doesn't want people to go, what about Batman? Where's Batman? Where's Batman? So he's trying to focus on these characters first, and then he'll let us know who Batman is. House of Dragons and ends in August, but I don't feel the need to get rid of it when September Penguin show, was going to start. And then after that, the Dune TV show. Oh, yeah, that's true. I appreciate you suggesting Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. Great spirit cleanser. I love that movie. It's such a great comfort film. It's just snuggly, feels warm, is unique, but also feels familiar. It's a great film. I love that film. One of my favorite A24 films. I rented from a library the Wonka movie with Timothée Chalamet and then Lisa Frankenstein. Nice. I love both those movies. I love Wonka way more than Lisa Frankenstein, but I really liked Lisa Frankenstein a lot, and I loved Wonka. And I don't really like musicals. Let's see. Well, this was really fun, guys. This is the end of the questions. I want to thank everyone for joining and being here and participating. Want to shout out my channel members as I usually do. I think I have to update this think there might be less. But everyone here, thank you so much. If you're a channel member, I appreciate you so much. Everyone that's not a channel member, I appreciate every single one of you guys being in the live chat, making this the best and the most fun. And be on the lookout for my review of A Quiet Place Day 1. That will be my next video. If I get to see Daddy-O, I don't think I'm going to review that because I don't think a lot of people will look on that, but I'll check it out and see. And everyone, you have a great night. Have fun watching Acolyte if that's what you're going to watch. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.